Hi guys, Brother Robert, Israelite Prepper, and I just want to get back in front of you guys because it's been a while since I posted anything on the Israelite Prepper website. I got multiple channels and I have to do the ministry and come up with lessons, and then I have a day job. So there's a lot of stuff that just kind of gets in the way, gets you distracted. But I endeavor to not allow that to happen again. If I get knocked off course, my whole job is to try to get back on course as soon as possible. And so that's what this video is really about. Just want to give you guys a couple of updates. So what I want to do is talk to you guys a little bit about the Remnant Ranch project. Now, the Founder of Israel basically, is the ministry, and Remnant Ranch is an extension of that ministry, basically Hebrew Israelite community. Okay, so that's what the Remnant Ranch is a community. I got some land up in the mountains of Arizona, and I plan on building on that land and putting together a community. And of course, I invite anyone of the Hebrew faith or the Israelite faith. Obviously, people will be vetted. Not just anyone can come and have all types of doctrine or whatever. I mean, obviously, I prefer those who are part of the ministry and a part of some of the teachings that I put forth on the Shabbat. So what is the Remnant Ranch? It's my effort to build a community. People may say, oh, this is a cult. I mean, we'll deal with that. That's a video of another time or whatever. But yeah, you know what? People say that we should get around like-minded people. So that's really no different. So you just want to be around like-minded people. So why will I build Remnant Ranch? Hopefully with the help of the brethren. I want to do this. I mean, it's really hard to do it on my own. If I have to do it on my own, then that's what I'll do. Just take a little bit longer, but I'm still going to do it. But I would like to build this community for and with the brethren. And the reason I want to do it is because a lot of us, we already know this is right now, it's going into the fall, and this is that time of season where you can really understand that you get into, Halloween, and everyone around you, if you live in a home or in a neighborhood or you live in an apartment, everyone around you, they start moving towards celebrating Halloween, then going towards Thanksgiving, then of course towards Christmas and stuff like that. And when you go out to restaurants and things like that, you got to be careful and be like, okay, do they fry pork or whatever? Then someone says, okay, if pork was on that grill, then I don't want anything off that grill. So you can't really eat anything in that. Then you got to go and read labels to make sure there's no unclean ingredients in it. So it gets harder and tougher and tougher and tougher. And I know some people are like, well, grow your own food. Well, that's the point of having a community. So what I would like to do is to have a community, get together, and so that you can be around like-minded individuals, so you don't have to worry about when the fall comes, people putting on Halloween costumes or putting up Christmas trees and stuff like that. The whole community is on the same page when it comes to that. When your child is hanging out or get a snack with another one of the brethren's children, you don't have to worry about them getting something unclean, because you know who you are living with and you know who you are among. And you can avoid all the paganism and the idolatry out there. We all know that we try to do this walk, this Hebrew Israelite walk, and it can get very, very tough and very, very challenging. And we want to be able to worship our God the way we see fit, the way the Bible prescribes it, obviously. And it's really, really tough and challenging out in this world. We know the influence of the world is strong. It's way stronger than any of the values that we try to instill in our children, or steel sharpening steel or iron sharpening iron with the other brethren, because of all these other distractions and the constant pull that the world has on the brethren. So that's why we want to do, that's why I want to build a Remnant Ranch. Now, what will be on the land and who will be there? As I alluded to earlier, the people who will be there are those who part of ministry, those who are prepared and interested in being part of a community as a whole. Now, obviously, there's going to be a vetting. We need to talk. We need to communicate. We need to, at every chance, we need to break bread with one another. We need to get to know one another. You may believe, oh yeah, I want to go to that community or whatever, and then you meet me, and it's something about me you don't like. Okay, it may be something about you I don't like. So, it's one of those things. It's definitely a vetting process on both ends, on both sides, okay? It's not a charity function. Every downtrodden person can just come up and just, no, it's not that. It's people who are ready to put their hands to the plow and work and build a community together. So it's definitely one of those endeavors. Now, what's going to be on there? Obviously, we want a lot of as much off-grid type things that we can get. And I'm saying that because in case there is a grid down situation, you know, if your city water is shut off, if your city electricity is shut off, you still want to be able to function. That's why I'm saying off grid, okay? And of course, you know, we prepare for, you know, economic collapse and stuff. So we're going to have a bunch of storage facilities, and we store up our barns, as it were. I don't have a barn yet, but we store up our barns, you know, with provisions for when rough things happen. Okay. So we want to do all those type of things. So we're going to have those things on there. Obviously we're going to have gardens on there, and then there will be some animal husbandry on there. We'll have some goats and some chicken, perhaps a cow here or two. But those type of things that'll be on there. Okay, that'll be on the ranch. It'll be part of the ranch. Okay, about 40 acres up in the mountains, and we'll just see, you know, what happens with that. I will be sharing from time to time pictures of the mountains, you know, some of the things that we're going to go through. Let me answer a few more questions. See, phase one, what we're going to do for 2019, what I would like to do is get phase one of the ranch to be functional as a campground. Functional in the sense that we can go up and celebrate some of the feast days there. You know, there is no pavilion, but I want to build a pavilion. Okay, I want to build some restroom facilities, get the water situation worked out. I want to get all those things worked out so that we can go there and at least camp for some of these holy days, some of our festivals and stuff. Okay, that's phase one, and I want to get that started as soon as possible and have it ready, you know, for next year, 2019. Obviously, if anyone's interested in the project, want to help out, please, you know, just send an email, and I put a link in here. It might be in the description box. I may flash it across the screen, which is FOI Bible Studies with an S at inbox.com. FOI Bible Studies at inbox.com. Also, you can go to the ministry page at fountainofisrael.com, hit the donation button, and just, you know, donate there as well. Obviously, I'll be welcoming, you know, all families that are interested in handling or taking part in some of the Lord's holy and feast days. Okay, that one is not as big a vetting process because you're talking about someone being there temporarily. So yeah, all is welcome on that. We want to be able to accommodate everyone, but again, we want to break ground on that and just start building some things so that we can be at least comfortable enough to enjoy the feast day and celebrate before the Most High. So that's one of the things that we want to do in phase one. Phase two, obviously, we want dwellings. We want to be able to actually build some homes there and, you know, at least house somewhere around 10, 12, 15 families. All the land is not like flat, so we gotta get pretty creative with how we build our structures and things like that. But, you know, 10, 15 families or so, something like that, on the 40 acres. It is in a mountainous type area, whatever. So we'll see what we can do with that. But that's phase two, to build dwellings. And I'll, you know, again, like I said, I'll be showing you guys some pictures and stuff like that. Now, how long it'll take? Again, phase one is I want that to be ready to go next year for 2019. And in phase two, I want to start building these dwellings, you know, which gives you guys, anyone interested in living in community, it gives you guys some time that, you know, so you can decide what you want to do. In the meantime, you know, hey, plan for it, you know, just plan for it if that's what you want to do. But start the communication. There's no such thing as asking too many questions. And you just go for it from there. Before, I didn't say where the location and stuff is because I was like, okay, well, you know, I'm all the way in another state. I'm in Texas, and then the land's over in Arizona. Well, now I'm living in Arizona, so I am making those moves. I am in the state of Arizona right now, so I do have I can get to the land a lot quicker right now. Now that I'm in the same state where the 40 acres happens to be, so that's why I picked up and moved my family out here. So that's phase one, campground. Get that ready for holy days and feast days. Phase two, it's time to start building the community. It's time to start building those gardens. It's time to start building those dwellings and stuff like that. I want all those provisions, all those things to be ready to go. Storage, gardens, you know, water, all those type of things. I want those to be ready. Then we start building dwellings from there. So if you want to be a part of that, definitely let me know. So in the meantime, what I'll be doing on the channel is that I'll be updating you guys. When I go out there, I'll bring the camera and I will be filming things and kind of giving you guys my thoughts, my vision for the land, for Remnant Ranch. And also in between that, I may just jump in front of the camera and just start answering some questions. I may talk about some particular topics and stuff, biblical topics, prepping topics, things like that. By no means am I an expert. I am not, but I am stepping out on faith because I believe that's what we are called to do, to be ye separate, you know, come out of her, my people, and not be so dependent, you know, on the system, because if something were to happen, you still want to be self-sufficient. So my idea is to be self-sufficient, and my idea is to dwell with the brethren, or, you know, dwell with like-minded people. I don't want to forsake the brethren. I know a lot of Israel, very, very difficult to deal with. Believe me, I know firsthand, but you know, I don't want to forsake everyone. Some people have the right heart, right spirit, and it takes a little bit of time for us to discern that. So I do want to just let you guys know that I appreciate you guys sticking with us and listening to the lessons on fountainofisrael.com or the YouTube channel Fountain of Israel. That is the ministry where you will get actual lessons. So if you're into that, no problem, great. That's where you're going to get the lessons on this channel. It'll be talking about prepping, survival, you know, biblical topics, you know, the Hebrew culture, biblical marriage, all kinds of topics that come up in this particular arena of study, just all kinds of biblical, you know, things that actually transpire that you probably see online all the time. You probably see it every single day in long threads and stuff like that. We'll tackle some of those subjects there right here on this particular channel. But for lessons, go to fountainofisrael.com, the YouTube channel. You can go to the website or you can go to the YouTube channel. And for prepping and survival and all that other stuff, little topics that may not require a 2-hour lesson to cover, we may talk about some of those right here. Also, feel free to leave comments down below, leave your questions down below. I try to respond to all of them. Send an email. I try to respond to those. Might take a minute, but I do not want to forget you guys. I do want to at least give a response. I mean, I got a number of, you know, emails, a number of channels, and just really, really busy, and I need to definitely streamline. So definitely bear with me with that, and I do appreciate that. But put your comments down below. I try to read all of them. Obviously, if it's something that's off topic or something that has nothing to do with what the video is about, I will probably erase that. If there's profanity and it's just, you know, just a wicked spirit going on there, I will block and delete that. But other than that, hey, feel free, you know, feel free to leave a comment, leave a question or whatever. And if you are interested in community living and want to be a part of that, hey, send an email. Again, it's foibiblestudies@inbox.com. foibiblestudies@inbox.com. And so until next time, this is Brother Robert. Search the scriptures and prove all things. Shalom.